Where's Dr. Tom? Let's give Dr. Tom Infinite Eye Care. Jim and
Well, hey everybody, welcome to the Sock Rapids part of town, and I hope you enjoy the facilities. I just saw one of the Sock Rapids leaders come in here, so hopefully he'll peek his head in and say hello. But I wanted to make sure that everybody enjoy your pizza this morning. Yeah. I need to go, take care of myself in the bathroom, so I'm gonna let Roy go ahead and introduce himself and talk a little bit about Giant Big Pizza. So give a round of applause for Roy Dodson.
Good morning. Wait, that's all right. Hold on, I'm getting word that actually thanks to modern technology, we're able to tap in and see what Dr. Tom's dreaming about right now. Watch on the screens.
Do you know where we're going today?
Well, I don't know. Is this the Tom Johnson guy? He's a big deal, so we're gonna go check him out.
Hey guys, what's up? Dr. Tom Johnson here. Welcome to my crib. Let's get it around. I'm just kind of an average guy with a normal life. Just normal things happen to me on a day-to-day basis. Kenny just woke up this morning, so she's got something lined up for you. So why don't you guys come in and eat while I get cleaned up, okay?
We're not letting a fighting crime, but I did manage to fix you up a little something. So let's eat.
It's a pretty quick drive to Infinite Eye Care, but the right tune makes it go even quicker. You know what I mean. Yeah, Steve, I saw your show. Aerosmith is awesome, I know. It was a very good show, so I appreciate you letting me come and have backstage passes with you again like you always do. Hey, I'm just going into work right now, so I gotta get flying, but I'll talk to you later, okay, Steve? Bye-bye. So this is the eyeball, and this is what makes you see. That's great. Oh my gosh, try them on. What do you see? Perfect. They're adorable. Yeah, so thank you for the money. I can see. Oh my gosh, those are awesome. Now comes the time of the day that everybody that owns a business knows what we have to do. And that's go to the bank. Oh my gosh, these rose-colored glasses are awesome. But I guess I'm going to have to take them off so I can really show you what happens at Infinite Eye Care, where you'll clearly see the difference. How's that? Is that better? Okay, thanks. Well, hey, I hope you guys appreciate the fact that I had a little humor at my own expense and enjoyed coming to chamber. I always enjoy coming to these chamber meetings to meet some of the people that present, and I've been watching you guys for the last couple, 3 years, and I thought, let me try something a little different. So I want to make sure that I thank the person that spoke right back there videotaping me, Jim McAllister from Television Productions. You know, fortunately for Jim and I, we work out well because I got a little thing that he calls it, I'm the paintbrush and he's the canvas, so it makes a nice combination. So as an introduction to myself, you know, I went to St. Cloud State back in the early 80s, and then I went to Pacific University College of Optometry in 1985 to 89, and then I've been working in some various places down in the cities and in the St. Cloud area till about 3-4 years ago. And then somebody said, hey, you know, what do you think about opening an office over in Sauk Rapids? I don't even think there's anybody over there. And so I drove over the bridge and I saw all these beautiful buildings going over here, and this one wasn't even built yet. And a light came above my head and I said, my God, that's what I'm going to do. So Infinite Eye Care was started in 2009. And when I say we started from scratch, we started from scratch. I mean, it was 4 open walls and I had no idea what to do. But thankfully, there's a lot of people that give you a lot of design work for that. And here's Infinite Eye Care today. This is our entrance level, and that's our, I call it my marquee wall because we have a lot of pictures that are taken in front of that. Okay? This is my family. Tammy, she's one of the Scar Dolls over there. Be sure and promote those or help support those guys as they start their venture out this year. And my wife Tammy and my dog Butters, and our 3 kids, Mitchell, Alex, and Monty. And that's an exchange student we had from Korea last year, Heejin. We also had an exchange student the year before that from Denmark. So if anybody wants to have any information about the YFU program and how it can work well for your family, we've got some great experiences we can tell you about, and we've got some great connections to help you out with too. Infinite Eye Care, you know, when we started, I said one of the biggest things I want to do is I want to be involved in the community. There's a whole personal story behind that, but I'll just tell you that part of our goal is to make sure that people understand what our eye clinic and what eye care is all about. And the best way to do that is by being active in the community. Just in the last year, we put in over about 11 days of volunteer and service time within the community itself. Some of the things we stay involved in, we like to support the local artists. If anybody's ever had a chance, I'm really proud of this photo because this is 2 of the finest musicians in St. Cloud. And these guys, if you ever get a chance to watch their Christmas show, Rock and Roll Christmas down at the Pioneer Place, it's an awesome place. Obviously, I'm very involved in the Scar Dolls, and who in the heck wouldn't love to be sitting there having their photograph taken with a bunch of rough and tough, beautiful women around them. We're involved in a vision screening program where other colleagues of myself and myself go into other schools and we try and find out what types of kids might be benefited from having an eye exam, and that's been a really good positive effect for the community. I've done educational seminars to little kids, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. If any of you have any scouts that you have that would like to have some, I have a little tour on what happens when you go to the eye doctor, have them give my office a call. I'm very involved in the Sauk Rapids Lions. This photo is about as fresh as you can get. Me and Mitch and my wife Tammy, we're volunteering at the Benton County Fair. So tonight again, from 5 to 11, if you want to come out and get a winning bingo card, come to the Benton County Fair and we'll get you a bingo card for the Sauk Rapids Lions. We do a lot of community education. I've done health fairs, and the purpose for this is to try and make sure that we educate again the public about the importance of eye care. And I'm also a very active member in the Knights of Columbus. And we've also done education to kids. A lot of kids are like wondering, what do I want to do when I grow up? Well, I go in and I tell them, you know, the first question I always ask is, how much do you make in a year? And so we got to give them some number. And I said, but you know, it's kind of a nice way for them to learn about what eye care profession could mean to them in the future as they grow up. As far as the Infinite Eye Care and Chamber, I mean, when I came to the first few meetings, I knew that this was a place for me to shine. And so I said, I'm going to make sure, and if you look at these names on here, this is people that either myself or our business, Infinite Eye Care, has done business with in the Sauk Rapids, in the St. Cloud and Sauk Rapids Chamber. These are all chamber members. And if you look closely, all the members in red are the ones that I've done business with directly as a result of this morning meeting. So this thing works, and Luke, I want to thank you a lot for bringing that up. Oh, by the way, our business has put over $300,000 into chamber businesses in the last 3 years. Okay? What do we do with infant eye care? Well, we treat, manage diseases, eye care. We look for poor vision and poor reading. We prescribe glasses. We do LASIK and cataract co-management. So if you need LASIK or you're considering it, we do the post-op care for that. We work with glaucoma, red eyes, foreign bodies, people that get red eyes or things in their eyes, and we take care of those for them. And also, we do a lot of work with if you have certain kinds of diseases like these ones mentioned here, diabetes, high blood pressure, thyroid disorders, people need to see their eye care providers as a result of these things, but also we can see these in patients' eyes and therefore diagnose them before they even know they have them. So that's why we want you to form a relationship with your eye care provider. You know, this is me explaining retinal photos. Okay, Jim, what is this called again? This is called a retinal photo. Do you remember that name? Retinal photos. Retinal photos are what we do in our office to make sure we can show and illustrate to the patient what they have going on and what we can use to help diagnose them. So remember that word. Diabetes. This is a condition where you have high blood sugar in your eyes, in your body, and 40% of the people with diabetes will get diabetic retinopathy. Okay? This is a photograph that we've taken of the inside of the eye. The photo on the left is the normal eye. The one on the right eye is where there's blood vessels that are leaking in that eye, and that person stands a high chance of going blind because of it. Okay? Glaucoma is another condition we work with a lot. Very commonly, it's about 1 in 100 people. You've all been to the eye doctor and they have that little puff test. Well, that's a little thing that measures the pressure inside the eye. Because too much pressure inside the eye is going to cause damage back there. But we also use that photograph to help diagnose that. Okay? And you can see the normal photo on the left is the normal one. The right eye has that big white disc in the middle there. That cup shows that this person has about 30% of his vision gone. This guy came into my office. He was 40 years old, never had his eye examined, and all he said was, "I think I see bleary." And he had 30% of his vision gone before after we diagnosed everything that was going on with him. A little too late for him. Macular degeneration is where you have a loss of central vision. It's where you get leaky fluids within the central area of the eye called the macula. 1 in about 170 people will have that. So obviously about one of us here could have the beginnings of that, right? And this is a photograph of macular degeneration. Once again, the normal eye, and then on the other eye, you can see that there's that kind of almost like a cigarette burn right in the middle, and that's where all your centralized vision is. That's where all your high concentrated nerve fibers are. So if that vision goes bad, it's not a very good prognosis for you. You see on your tables, make sure you take those home. These are called an Amsler grid. I've told people before that this piece of paper is a $25,000 piece of paper because I can use that to diagnose people with macular conditions just as well as we can with a $25,000 piece of equipment. So it's not going to do it. It's great of a job, but it'll help you get there, okay? So take those home. And if you ever see anybody that has that it shows that looks like the chart on the right where it has that distortion on it, I want you to call me as soon as you can. Cataracts, of course, are what we call the dirty window phenomenon. Light traveling into the eye is blocked by a dirty lens, is what I'm going to call it. 1 in 37 people have it, and the symptoms for it are blurred vision, changing vision, and kind of a loss of color. And if you look at this was a patient that came in and she says, "I don't know if I really want to have this cataract surgery done." Well, as you can see, the photograph on the left is what we saw of her eye before the surgery. Once we talked her into having the surgery, you see the picture on the right, how much more clear it is. So you can imagine how much better this person saw after the surgery was done. And we farm out those to the local surgeons in town. What are some things you can do? Well, first of all, form a great relationship with your eye care provider, you know? Okay, thanks. Perfect. If you can think about infinite eye care, I'd appreciate that. Wearing sunglasses with UV protection on there is another wonderful thing to do because UV light is one of the things that causes cataracts and macular degeneration. Another thing is putting something called lutein into your body through nutritional supplements. Okay? These are some nutritional supplements we have in our office where they're much more highly absorbed than others that are out there. So you're going to take these omegas into your body, and they're not only going to help you with your eyes for macular degeneration or for lenses, but the next picture shows that they also help people with diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol problems. So when I'm prescribing people to these kinds of high absorption omegas, I feel like I'm doing them 2 favors. I'm not just giving them something for their eyes, but I'm also probably helping their bodies too.
Tom, is that a pill?
This is a pill. It can come in liquid also. We can get it in liquid for some people that have a hard time swallowing. Obviously, we had one guy one time came in here, sat next to me, goes, "Hey, do you guys sell glasses?" And I thought, oh my God, I must be doing a bad job of networking. So yeah, we have a lot of popular frames. These are some of them. Go to the next one. And then we also have these other ones. There's probably at least a couple dozen ones that we have. The top one I want to speak to just on a minute. That's called Callaway sunglasses. They're made for golfers. The lens technology is something that filters so that you can see the greens a lot better. And when people put them on, I swear to God, every time they put those glasses on, even if they're non-prescription, they go, "Oh my gosh, I see better with these." And that's because of the filtration system we have. It's a great technology, so we're proud of that. Go ahead. Last thing I want to talk about then is something called digital enhanced lenses. If you've never been talked to about digital lenses yet, you should be, because the concept of getting more clear vision, especially with bifocal users. One of the biggest complaints we have about bifocal users is, I got those progressive lenses, but I can't see without pointing my head all the time. Well, we can actually fix that by giving you a much wider reading range corridor with these digital lenses. And there's different kinds of digital lenses that Infinite Eye Care has done the research to make sure you get the best one. One of the things I want to tell you that people always ask me, well, what's your secret to success? Why do you even have a business? Well, I'm sure that if Tammy were to tell you, there's been many a time I've come home and said, what in the hell did I do? This is so silly for me to have done this. It's such a hard work. But I try and make sure that I make fun in everything that I can do. I have fun at home. I have fun networking with you here and other people in D&I. And I have a little fun at work too, and I think my staff will attest to that too. Last thing I want to say is that, why should you come to Infinite Eye Care? Well, first of all, I've got more than 20 years of experience in the diagnosis and management of all kinds of diseases. We have high technology in our office, so this high-tech technology will actually give you a better chance of having successful vision down the road. We'll give you a better understanding of what your options are. A lot of times people come in and they complain to me that, well, I go into that other place and they sweep me in, sweep me out, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Well, I spend a lot of time with my patients making sure they're clear about what their options are going to be, both in medical and in their eyes. And we have quality products, we're going to educate you as to why these products are going to make you see better. We do have most insurances that are accepted, and most insurances will pay for your comprehensive eye exam. Number 5, hey, who said eye care can't be a little fun, okay? So, with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and thank you guys all for coming. One last thing is, we do have for the next hour after today, you can come down and get your eye photograph taken, since that's what I talked about a lot today. And also, does anybody recognize that first song that I played? Aerosmith? Walk this way. Okay, that's my favorite band. Anybody calls for an eye exam today for the next 3 months and mentions the word Aerosmith, I will give you your photograph for free. We have a nominal fee that we normally charge for it, but I'll give it to you at no charge for the next 3 months, okay? Thank you all for coming, and I hope you learned something.
Any questions? Hands up, fire away, speak up.
Tom, how much do you make in a year?
You can find that on the internet what the average optometry salary is, okay? I'm sorry,
Okay, Jim. Back there, just stand up and fire away.
I just have a testimonial for Dr. Tom. My lovely glasses are from Dr. Tom, and his staff helped me pick these out. And I do have the digital enhanced lenses, and they really do make a difference, and I do see clearly, and he does an awesome job. So I highly recommend it.
Thank you.
Tom took care of my eyes. I got LASIK surgery done 2 or 3 years ago in the cities, and he was kind enough to let me come to him for my post-op visits, so I didn't have to drive to the cities with my crazy schedule. And since then, I have continued my eye care with him and my husband and both my kids, and we love coming in. My kids see it as a fun thing, and I've learned a lot about their eyes and the best I can do for them and for us. So thank you very much for all your education.
Thank you.
So I looked for these keys last night for an hour and a half. I found them in the same spot like that 4 times over. Is that an eye problem or an age problem?
I think you should refer to Jim again.
Hey, one more, okay?
Glad to see Tammy wears the outfit at home in the mornings. He was talking about the digital enhanced. I do have bifocals, and I spent a lot of time looking at computers and computer screens, and before we went in there and had them done, I was doing a lot of this, and a lot of this, and a lot of this, and now until he actually, until he mentioned it, I don't even realize I have them, it's just there.
All right, good. Hey, if anybody wants to watch that video again, it just went live on Facebook and on my website, infiniteeyecare.com. I sure hope you guys do it. And while you're there, for God's sakes, like Infinite Eye Care. We appreciate the numbers, all right?
Dr. Tom's not going to get too far away this morning, so if you have more questions, make sure you go down and visit that awesome location.